Welcome to Sorare TV and this episode of the Underdog Pound. Now, we actually set up for this episode like 2 weeks ago as soon as we came into this international break of boredom. But now we're finally here. Game week 280 is on the horizon and we're revisiting the Underdog division again. Some of the L15s have been slightly updated because there has been some fixtures knocking around and we're making our second attempt at building this Underdog lineup. For me, to be quite honest with you, I was very close to buying this whole team after building it because I think it's got a really credible chance of going very far. The only thing that did stop me a wee bit short is just there's only 6-star limiteds in the pool. If that was a little bit bigger for Underdog Limited, I would have probably went out and picked this team up, by the way, because I think it's dangerous. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is there anyone you would like swap out to make this team stronger? Are you going to use any of these guys that are featured in the video today? Let me know. I was going to feature your comments from the setup episode about a week ago, but all the comments that he's left were talking about how nice the thumbnail was and you liked my River Plate shirt and whatever. So in this video, please leave your suggestions of any alterations to the team. I hope you enjoy this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and retweet and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. Now, for me personally, I'm more interested in the underdog players that qualify for the special weekly, just because I find that prize pool much more appealing. But once we stretch the criteria to L15 under 50, you know, building underdog teams is really fun in terms of how you're going to scratch around and try and find some value in the market. And I watched last week's episode as a kind of tee up for this in case there was any kind of through threads we wanted to pull through. But I actually found it really interesting to look at the team that we built. So we had Lanzi Lotta in goals. We also had Marco Farfan in defence, Chris Muller midfield with Keaton Parks, and up front Kevin Cabral. Now, I think a lot of the reason and a lot of the logic for those guys definitely stands up, especially Chris Muller. When I looked back at that, I thought, yeah, do you know what? Chicago are good for a good result, or a good amount of goals this game week, and he definitely still comes into the reckoning. But I went back to square one. I basically started off with a blank canvas and thought, right, looking now at the precipice of the fixtures, who's fit and available, the most accurate and up-to-date L15s that we could possibly get. What is the best underdog team I reckon we can try and throw together? Now, the only condition that I put myself under for this was I'll try to keep them all MLS. You know, I'm pretty excited about the way MLS is shaping up for the next couple of weeks in terms of the fixtures and, you know, how the game weeks are all going to pan out. And I think if you were needing this video to find a guy to plug into your underdog team to upgrade it, there's fantastic candidates in this lineup today. With them being MLS, the future utility that they could bring you in All-Star Limited or Champion America Limited is there to be had as well. And those are the positions I like to enter, the ones that have more than one positive outcome possibility. And this is the team that I've pulled together. Now, Keaton Parks is the only one that remains, but looking at Salt Lake at home this game week, and, you know, with the underdogs, we've got the criteria that you can only have no more than 2 players from the same team. I actually think this pans out really well because McMath and Herrera both qualify, both will play. Aaron Herrera is probably the best fullback in MLS. Keaton Parks at home with a good fixture. Gustavo Bou, now the #1 striker and just back from injury for the Revs. He's in good form and his L15 hasn't quite corrected itself yet from his injury spell and his recent kind of promotion and status at the club. And then I've went with Rusnak as the captain. Now in the underdog division, you do get a captain and it gives you 50%. There's no XP on any of the other cards. So trading any of them in the last minute to compete in this competition doesn't actually really mean much in terms of that thing for training players and gaining XP. This division really allows you to trade in and out. I think these 5 guys I think that's a credible team if it was at rare as well to play in this sort of division. As you can see, the floor price at the moment is under a quarter of an Ethereum, and where Ethereum's at the moment, that is very appealing for a full team of guys that, you know, for as long as they're underdog qualified, which is this game week, maybe one more, is a nice team to compete with. And then with any success that brings, the guys' scores improving, and maybe if their scores are improving to the level where it pulls them out of underdog, then these guys, if they're in that kind of form, can be competitive in Champion America and in All-Star Limited as well. For how long and to what degree is yet to be determined, of course. But I thought that this is a great 5 for underdog, certainly, without a shadow of a doubt. And like I said in the tip-off to the video, even if you were just needing an extra piece or something like that to bolster your existing underdog team, then I think any one of those guys is a great candidate. I'm really, like I said in the tip off, I was so close actually to going out and buying that whole team once I put it together. And I'm going to follow up next week in Underdog Pound and see actually where that team would have scored and where it would have got to on the leaderboard. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Have a great midweek game week if you have one. It's the last bit of pain before we get back to some domestic action. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and retweet, all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.